what are the 5 most important don'ts of a wall treatment? Basically, what points you should keep in mind while treating, while designing up your walls, while while deciding on what to do with your walls. Number one is, don't just go with any wall. So this is very important as to choose the wall wisely, because it has to have that impact. So in case you're entering a room, the wall you should highlight should be the one that is visible first when you're entering the room. If that wall goes behind the viewer, it doesn't it doesn't have that impact, and the entire purpose of highlighting that wall is lost. So we have to choose the wall very wisely, so that it creates the focus that we, or creates the highlight that we aim for. Don't use too much. We all are very aspirational. We like a lot of things, and when we are making the house, we feel that we should, or we want to use all of those things. But important thing is that we should not clutter the space. We should not use too many colors, too many textures in one space, and too many ways to treat a wall. So it has to have an harmony, it has to have a story behind everything. So that's what we should keep in mind. So we have to work on a big idea and then revolve everything around it. Don't isolate rooms. By this, what I mean is that we should not treat each space separately. The house should be treated as a whole. So, in case you're going for wallpapers, or in case you're going for panelings, it's not a very good idea to use different type of panelings in different type of areas. Different type of panelings can be used, but then there has to be some common feature, either the color or maybe one element which is common across. So again, the treatment has to flow from one space to the other. That again we should keep in mind while deciding on the feature walls. And it's not necessary that we have to treat one wall in every space. Maybe only one or two walls in the entire house can be treated, which are actually the walls that visible most, and others can be just highlighted with paintings, or highlighted with a wall cone, or with a wall shelf, to create a little bit of interest here and there. Don't forget lighting. Lighting is very, very important part of highlighting the walls, and also a very important part of interiors. The kind of light changes the entire perception of space. So a room can look smaller or bigger depending on the type of light that we put in. I personally prefer a natural white light, because that's the light of the sunlight that's the natural light that we generally get during the daytime. As opposed to the white light, that is the tube light generally we are used to using. This natural light bring out the colors very well. It adds a little warmth to the house, and create a very soothing ambience. Wherever we are highlighting the walls, we generally go to a little deeper yellow, that is a warmer yellow, in fact. So a warm white light is used to highlight the walls, or the areas that we are planning to decorate. So don't go next in line is, don't go for a trend heavy look. So trends keep coming and going. So the idea would be to choose what suits your needs, choose what you can maintain, because all the things that are put up on the walls also need a certain amount of maintenance. So choose what you can maintain, and choose what a timeless kind of a look, so that you don't have to change it again and again. Obviously, you might want to use a lot of things, but generally a muted, not a very trend heavy look is what I would suggest you to go for. I also have a do in the series of don'ts, and that is help a small room. So in case you have a small space and you want to highlight that space, we generally don't suggest doing one wall in a very different bold color, because it kind of color blocking kind of breaks the wall. So in that case, you can go for a monotone and add textures to the wall. So to add the depth and to add that interesting play of light and shadows.